Chrystia Freeland is resigning on Friday. Yeah, hooray! Isn't that great? We won. She said it was going to be weeks away, but now she's doing it on Friday. So yay, we won. Everything's great now. I think that's nuts. I think people are looking at that absolutely backwards. It's like this is how they manipulate Canadians so easily, right? They do shit, and then they figure out, okay, we'll tell them something to get mad about, and they'll get mad about that, and then we'll solve that, and then they'll be pacified, and they won't notice the actual thing they should have been mad about. They'll think, hey, we won, it's all better now, let's go back to sleep. So in this example, what happened with Chrystia Freeland is, so she got, it was announced that she gets this job for Ukraine, right? So first off the bat, it's like, to me, anybody who looks at this and doesn't recognize that she had this job all along, they're just like saying it out loud now, right? She was always working for Ukraine and Ukraine's financial interests, right? So you see all these people online, like they're all making the same kind of like, ha, ha, ha. Isn't this very witty and clever? This comment about how Freeland advising Ukraine on their economy. That's crazy. This is the same person who ruined our economy, and our GDP was terrible, and our debt went through the roof, and the inflation, and it's just terrible, and like she's going to be like advising them about their economy. Isn't that stupid? Ha ha ha. Good luck, Zelensky. And again, I look at this and I go, if I'm Zelensky, I'm thinking, this woman has done fantastic for our economy. She's great at this. Of course I want to keep her on and give her like an official title for all the great work she's done for our economy. Right? And so all the other Canadians, they're going, but she ruined our economy. How come? But she was shoveling money from Canadians' bank accounts to Ukrainians' bank accounts that whole time. And you're all sitting there going, but she ruined our economy and made their economy. Wait a minute. Right? It's like, you know. So anyway, that's the first thing. So she gets this announcement that she's officially working for the interests of Ukraine. And then the problem gets framed as she needs to resign, right? Immediately. That's what you're told. This is the real problem. This is what everyone's angry with. This is the issue. The issue here is that she shouldn't be working for two governments, and therefore she has to resign. And so everybody went, oh, yeah, she has to resign. That's the problem. She's not resigning. Right? And then it's announced she's going to resign in a matter of weeks or something, a few weeks. And everybody goes, that's not good enough. We demand better than that. Resign now. And then a couple of days later, it's announced she's resigning on Friday. And everybody goes, yeah, we won. Boy, this shows you the system works, and you know, we get our revenge because she has to resign, and everybody gets pacified, thinks that everything's worked out just brilliantly, and they go back to sleep, and they don't notice the real problem, which is that your democracy is fake. That the whole thing's a scam. The whole thing's a grift, and you're buying into it. Obviously, it's like, what more do you need other than to have the leader of the country to which Freeland has ancestral ties to, who she's been shoveling money to. The leader of that country acknowledges that she works for us while she's still working allegedly as an MP in the Canadian government. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about it. No, yeah, she works for us. Of course she does. And you guys all kind of go, yeah, the problem is that she hasn't resigned. No, the problem is your system is fake, right? It allows this. It's designed to do this, and then they manipulate you so that you stay pacified, right? They will tell you, here's the thing to get angry at, and you all go, oh, okay, I'll get angry at that, and then they fix that thing. And you go, ha, we won. Everything's fine now. I don't think we should fall for that stuff. I think we should see this as it is. People are just, even the people who think of themselves as, awake, or if they're conservatives and they don't like liberals or whatever, they fall for this stuff all the time because they can't let go of that idea that your government, this whole thing, is a scam. It's not real. You don't have a democracy. These people don't work for you. They don't care about you at all. They have their own self-interest. They farm Canadians for money to fund their own lifestyles and for their agendas in the bigger world, the globalist, I guess, agendas, if you want to call it that. Right? That's what's going on. But Canadians don't want to think about that. They don't want to believe it. So what they do is they are so eager, willing to believe in the system, in the structure. And also they can't really, they've been conditioned into that, right? So they can't really kind of step outside of it for most Canadians. They literally can't conceive of an outside of that system. Where you stand outside of it and you go, yeah, there's not, why are you even voting anymore? It's the whole thing's a scam. I get it. I see it now, and I'm not playing along. I'm not playing along with it anymore. I'm not pretending that what they tell you about your democracy is true. I'm not buying it anymore. And they keep shoving this stuff in your face, right? So you have this foreign leader who has been on the receiving end of Freeland shoveling money into his country for years out of your bank accounts. It's your money. As your cost of living and standard of living your cost of living has gone up, your standard of living has stayed the same or dropped, and inflation and housing price, whatever it is. And this foreign leader just announced, yeah, she works for us. Yeah. And it's like, woohoo! Well, we have to make this look like it's normal. Like he didn't even wait till she was saying she was going to step down, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care what Canadians think about what's even appropriate, let alone to admit that our ex-finance minister and deputy prime minister was working for Ukraine this whole time, obviously. But you guys keep going, oh no, the system is fine. It's just like there's a couple of bad eggs. Or no. The whole thing's BS. It's all a lie. I don't know what you do about that, but I know what you don't do. You don't delude yourself any longer.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all.
This is going to get ugly.
Never okay.